Hello and welcome everybody once again for one more time. Welcome everybody to RCW StrikeZone Reign of Chaos Wrestling, and we are here for our final episode here tonight in Bakersfield, California. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is our series finale, and what a better way to end off this series than with 3 triple threat title matches: the Women's Championship, the World Heavyweight Championship, and the Twitch TV Championship, all on the line here tonight. For everybody watching at home, I can't think of a better send-off. And once again, everybody, my name is Tuba Splat, and I will be your host for this final episode of RCW StrikeZone. We're going to kick off tonight's action with Austin Aries and Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler not successful in recapturing his Twitch TV Championship from Kevin Owens last night at RCW Anything Goes in an Extreme Rules match. Here's a final opportunity for Dolph Ziggler to right any wrongs before we close our doors forever. And again, everybody, I would like to say thank you. Thank you from myself here on commentary, from everybody that has supported us over the past 20 episodes, 5 to 6, no, sorry, 7 pay-per-views. It has truly been an honor and a privilege to entertain you every single week. And here tonight we're going down to reign more chaos here in RCW one last time. Again, last night, Dolph Ziggler involved in a Extreme Rules match with Kevin Owens last night in their rematch for the Twitch TV title. And Ziggler obviously not successful, Kevin Owens regaining the title. But it might be a godsend for Dolph Ziggler, because for Kevin Owens, he has to defend his title against 2 other of the former champions, that being the inaugural champion Samoa Joe and the former champion Cesaro, which last night we saw Cesaro pick up a Falls Count Anywhere win on Randy Orton. So things might be looking good for Cesaro to become the final and possible final and 2-time Twitch TV champion. The same with our World Heavyweight Championship. Somebody could possibly walk out as the final and 2-time World Heavyweight Champion. First ever 2-time World Champion. And now Aries not taking Ziggler seriously, which is dangerous. A dangerous thing to consider, to take the show off not too seriously. And Austin Aries showing the amateur wrestling background to the Kent State graduate and Hall of Famer. And a neck breaker there from the middle rope to Austin Aries. Facebuster there from Austin Aries, and a hard clothesline right into the face of Dolph Ziggler, and then a springboard moonsault from Austin Aries to Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler's definitely feeling the effects of last night's Extreme Rules match. Into the cover goes Aries, and Ziggler kicks out at 2. Facebuster counter there by Dolph Ziggler, looking for a super kick out of the gate. Now he's perched up on the top turnbuckle. Ziggler able to counter it into a missile dropkick right into the face of Austin Aries. Austin Aries, a right hand German suplex to Dolph Ziggler into the cover. And Ziggler kicks out at 1. And now Aries ascending to the top rope. Aries again just taunting Dolph Ziggler, double axe handle. And Aries not taking this match seriously. But for Dolph Ziggler, this means everything to give out one final blow and statement in our final episode. Ziggler with a face buster to Aries. Going for the neck breaker. Aries able to counter it, but not able to take advantage. Into the corner goes Aries. And Ziggler was looking to stomp a mud hole in Austin Aries, and Aries able to counter by sweeping the leg out from under Ziggler. And Austin Aries into the fireman's carry. Ziggler with the DDT there. Another face buster by Dolph Ziggler. In the other corner goes Ziggler, Aries. Aries setting him up for the spinning back elbow right into the face of Dolph Ziggler. And Aries might be looking to put this match away with the last chancery. Right about dead center in the ring. Nowhere for Dolph Ziggler to go. Is Ziggler going to tap out to Austin Aries in the last chancery? Crucial moment here for Dolph Ziggler. Is he going to tap out to the last chancery? And Ziggler able to fight on the last chancery. Again, Ziggler with the famouser. Wanting to make good on winning the Twitch TV title last night. Zigzag, but unable. Now Ziggler into the cover on Aries. And Aries survives the zigzag, and now both men are set back to square one, delivering both of their finishing maneuvers. And Ziggler trying to rally up the crowd here in Bakersfield. An elbow straight to the face of Austin Aries. Nothing complex about that, just basic strikes. First Aries up on the top rope. And now Aries going for a missile dropkick of his own, leveling Dolph Ziggler. And now Aries using the ropes to his advantage to increase the pressure for Ziggler to kick out, making it harder. And Ziggler kicks out. Aries misses the right hand from Ziggler, runs in the running dropkick. In the corner again goes Dolph Ziggler. And another running drop kick to Ziggler. Another right hand, looking for the German suplex. Another side suplex of his own from Dolph Ziggler. What's going on, Zion? Into the cover goes Ziggler. And Aries kicks out before 2. Missile drop kick there from Dolph Ziggler. And another famouser. Now Ziggler into the cover on Aries off the second famouser. And Ziggler picks up the win in our final episode. So there was a standing STO from Austin Aries. A spinning back elbow, which is beginning to look dangerous for Ziggler, the first famouser. And then the second famouser from Dolph Ziggler to Austin Aries. And that sealed the win for the final episode for Ziggler here in RCW. Then coming up next, we got some women's action. We got Alexa Bliss versus Carmella, and Carmella's got Enzo and Cass with her in her corner. And that match is coming up next. And for the last time I can call this, RCW's resident Spitfire Alexa Bliss makes her way to the ring. Little Miss Bliss, the 5-foot Spitfire, makes her way to the ring. The biggest win of her career here in RCW was getting a huge win in a momentum push after beating Asuka, who is the current champion, back in November in a last woman standing match back at Thanks for Nothing pay-per-view. And Bliss would love nothing more than to add another win under her belt before we close out against Carmella. And what a better way to do it than right in front of her friends Enzo and Cass. And then, of course, Carmella was a bit of a latecomer here to RCW. She joined the women's locker room the same time as Nia Jackson. In case you forget, a surprising upset made Nia Jax tap out to the code of silence in her debut. There we go, Alexa Bliss out of the gate with the wheelbarrow arm drag. So she's going to go for a face buster. Goes for the wheelbarrow arm drag into the Frankensteiner. From Alexa Bliss to Carmella. And more recently, Carmella's had run-ins with Emma, and after Emma joined the Ascension, Right hand from Little Miss Bliss. And Carmella able to escape the waist lock. And Carmella into the inverted reverse DDT. And with a boot in right in the face to Alexa Bliss, and running dropkick from Carmella. And then a leg drop, Hogan style leg drop from Carmella. And another running dropkick from Carmella. Carmella now into the cover on Bliss. And Bliss still able to fight. Now Carmella just kicking down Bliss, making her stay down on the mat. And a drop toe hold from Carmella to Bliss. Off the Irish Whip rebound. Carmella middle rope. Splash coming up empty. And now Bliss taking full advantage of the situation. But not before a Hurricane Rana from Carmella. And now Bliss raking the eyes in a low sweep to Carmella. The small stature and of Alexa Bliss and the long legs of Carmella equal a bad time for Carmella. And Carmella able to fight off the attack from Alexa Bliss. Another Hurricane Rana. Now Carmella going for a combination of a leg and a armbar, but the referee was forced to break because Bliss's foot was on the bottom rope. Now Bliss with a Hurricane Rana. And immediately into the cover on Carmella, and Carmella kicks out of the Hurricane Rana. And Bliss going to the top rope. We're going to see. No, we're not ready to see Twisted Bliss just yet. Alexa Bliss going for a missile drop kick to Carmella. Right on the button. Into the corner goes Bliss. And now Carmella usually sets this up with the Bronco Buster. Right into the chest cavity of Alexa Bliss. Now Carmella may be looking to put this match away. And there it is, the code of silence. Middle of the ring, nowhere for Bliss to go. Is Bliss going to tap out? The code of silence from Carmella. And Bliss able to fight out of the code of silence. Able to squeeze through Carmella's legs. And a standing suplex from Alexa Bliss. And a kick to the back. And now Bliss adding insult to injury. And now Bliss ascending to the top rope to deliver nothing more. Then was looking for Twisted Bliss, but Carmella wisely knew the severity of the situation and rolled over on her stomach. And Bliss just crawls into the cover on Carmella. And Carmella barely gets the shoulder up. And hell, second time's the charm. Alexa Bliss going to the top rope to deliver Twisted Bliss to a Carmella into the cover. And Alexa Bliss gets one more win. Great matchup between both of these women. Wanted to make one more statement here in RCW. Here you see the Bronco Buster from Carmella. Right into the chest cavity of Bliss. And then there's insult to injury. And then you see the second attempt, and this one connects the Twisted Bliss to Carmella right in the middle of the ring. And Alexa Bliss walking out of RCW with the W. And now coming up next, the first of 3 championship matches. The Twitch TV title on the line as Kevin Owens defends his championship against the inaugural champion Samoa Joe right there in the center. And then on your left, the former champion Cesaro. One of these men, 2 of these men actually, could walk out as the final and first ever 2-time Twitch TV champion. We will find out coming up next. And here comes one of the more dangerous men in any locker room he's a part of, Samoa Joe, the Destroyer. Samoa Joe, again, the biggest accolade of his career here was becoming the inaugural Twitch TV champion in a hell of a fatal 4-way match, and that on its own, back at the Autumn Rumble, it was a huge upset that Samoa Joe won. He was honestly considered the underdog in that fatal 4-way. But he proved everybody wrong by walking out as the Twitch TV champion that night. And let's see if he can do it again. After winning the title, then losing it, Joe went up and down the card. And at one point was wanting a World Heavyweight Championship opportunity, but was not granted it by losing to top contenders for the world title. And then here comes the man who beat Samoa Joe to win the Twitch TV title, Cesaro, in a back-to-back matches, I guess we could say. Cesaro beat Samoa Joe in a no title, in a no championship contest on StrikeZone. Then the next night at RCW Thanks for Nothing, Cesaro would win the Twitch TV championship by delivering 3 gut-wrench suplexes to Samoa Joe, thus winning the title, then holding it until February, where Bray Wyatt would win the Twitch TV title. But we'll get into Bray Wyatt later on tonight. But right now it's all about the Twitch TV championship. And then, of course, in the last couple of weeks, Kevin Owens beat Dolph Ziggler in a Falls Count Anywhere match for the Twitch TV title and won it on a package pile driver around the side of the ramp on the concrete floor. And then Kevin Owens would retain his championship in an Extreme Rules match against Dolph Ziggler last night at RCW. Anything goes, and you gotta imagine that Kevin Owens is feeling the effects of that Extreme Rules match last night. Even though he was the one dealing out all the punishment, doesn't mean that some of it didn't come back and bite him in the butt. That's what it's all about, the final Twitch TV Championship match here in Reign of Chaos Wrestling. Again, Cesaro or Samoa Joe could become the final and first ever two-time Twitch TV champion. We could see some temporary alliances to possibly take out the champion at any given time in this matchup. But also, let's not forget that Kevin Owens does not need to be pinned or submitted for him to lose the title. Joe could make Cesaro tap out, or Cesaro could pin Samoa Joe to win the title. Kevin only has a 34% chance to retain his championship. And triple threat rules, and as well as this is no disqualification, so anything goes in a European uppercut from Cesaro as Samoa Joe rolls to the outside. Snap suplex by Kevin Owens to Cesaro. And here comes Joe back in the ring after a torture axe spin out neck breaker from Kevin Owens. And then a backbreaker from Kevin Owens. And Cesaro just whipping Owens' head back into the mat. And now Cesaro working on Samoa Joe. Goes for a running corkscrew uppercut. Very low level. Closer to the mat kind of uppercut. And a DDT there from Samoa Joe. And Joe with the body scissors, and Cesaro able to escape. And the innovative suplex there from Kevin Owens to Cesaro. Cesaro rolls out of the ring, and a German suplex from Samoa Joe. So we got the Swiss Superman, the Destroyer, and the Prize Fighter all in the same ring. A back body drop there from Kevin Owens. And Owens with a springboard elbow, just barely connecting. It looked like for a moment Cesaro was going to intercept. Kevin Owens out of the air. Facebuster there from Cesaro into the European uppercut. And Joe immediately on the attack to stop the momentum of Cesaro. Cesaro now perched up on the top rope, kicked off Samoa Joe into the power slam. Then the running senton from the Destroyer. And now Joe teeing off on Kevin Owens. Hell of a sequence. Samoan drop from Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe just got a fire lit under him to tee off on all the other two competitors. Now Joe just stomping the life out of Cesaro. Kevin's just coming to, but I think I know what. Samoa Joe was going to look for the running enziguri. I thought he was going to go for the muscle buster. Side suplex there by Kevin Owens. And now Kevin Owens wants to set up Cesaro. Set up Cesaro for the cannonball. Right into the corner. And now it's Joe and Owens going at it. And Owens delivering an elbow to the chest of Samoa Joe. Now Owens shooting the half of the dead weight of Cesaro, and Joe able to break it up to save his championship, sending Joe up and over the top rope. Now Cesaro shoulder tackle, sending Kevin Owens outside the ring. Now all three men are outside the ring. Very dangerous environment and a whole bunch of combustible elements between all three competitors. And there's a suplex there by Kevin Owens, sending Joe back inside the ring. Right hand now, Joe. May have been thinking the running enziguri. Goes for the running forearm. Right in the face of Kevin Owens. Now Samoa Joe shoots the half. And Kevin Owens kicks out before 2. And Cesaro comes back into the matchup. European uppercut, looking for a belly to belly. A standing STO from Samoa Joe. And Cesaro is now on the outside of the ring. And now Joe setting up Kevin Owens. That was going to go for the muscle buster. Set a side suplex from the top rope. Now Joe shoots the half again on Kevin Owens. The ref into the cover. And Cesaro still trying to come to on the outside of the ring. And now the Chimeraplex. And Cesaro trying to break up the Chimeraplex, but he's not doing his best. Now he finally breaks up the Chimeraplex, looking for the belly to belly to Samoa Joe, and a takedown there by Joe. Now Cesaro. Cesaro doing what he did. Doing what he's doing to Kevin Owens the same way he won the Twitch TV title. They're delivering the gut wrench. Suplexes to Kevin Owens. And into the cover. And Joe just realizes what's happening. And Joe takes out the referee. Not the best way to do it, but he stopped the count nonetheless. Samoa Joe barely able to break the pin and stop the count for Cesaro to win the title. And Cesaro just, no, Joe, excuse me, throws Cesaro right into the referee. Now Kevin Owens, pump up, whoa. Kevin Owens was going for the pump up power bomb. Joe into the cover. Whoa, what a sequence. Samoa Joe fighting out of the pump up powerbomb with a Hurricane Rana. Oh my God. Stomps to the face, into the cover goes Joe. And Owens still has a lot left in the tank. Side suplex by Cesaro. Owens into the cover. Now Cesaro looking to do what he did once to Bray Wyatt, made him tap out with the sharpshooter into the cover. Anyway, goes Cesaro. Joe able to break it up. And now Joe going for a second attempt at the Chimeraplex. And into the bridge. And Kevin Owens has no idea, and Cesaro barely kicks out. Kevin Owens had no idea how close his title was in jeopardy for Samoa Joe to reclaim the title. Fireman's carry counter there by Cesaro. Now a double team maneuver, double cutter to Samoa Joe. Cesaro able to fight out the attack from the corner. Kevin Owens might have been going for the cannonball. Cesaro immediately into the cover. And Kevin Owens barely getting out of the pinfall. And Samoa Joe now trying to rally some crowd support as he was going for a sharp knife edge chop onto Cesaro with a exploder suplex into the cover. And again, Kevin Owens has no idea how close he is to losing his title. And again, that's part of triple threat rules. The champion does not have to be pinned or submitted to lose the title. And Samoa Joe still trying to get more fan support. Side suplex from Cesaro. Cesaro's looking really good right now. Into the cover. And Samoa Joe still able to fight in this triple threat match. Hell of a matchup we got here. And now Cesaro looking to put Joe away with the Gotch neutralizer. Into the cover goes Cesaro. Kevin Owens just coming to. And Cesaro was not able to put Joe away with the neutralizer. And now Cesaro teeing off on Kevin Owens. Owens able to counter it. Hell of a triple threat match we got right here, and this is our first of 3. Samoa Joe double leg takedown to Kevin Owens. Into the cover. Kevin Owens still continues to fight in this matchup. Samoa Joe belly to belly to Kevin Owens. Back inside the ring. Into the cover. Center of the ring. Cesaro barely breaking up the pin. I think that would have been over right there if Cesaro didn't break it. Now Cesaro going for a straight jacket power bomb to Samoa Joe. As Joe rolls out of the ring, and now Cesaro going for the gut wrench suplexes one more time, this time on Kevin Owens. And Samoa Joe starting to stir on the outside. Can Cesaro capitalize off the gut wrench suplexes? And Joe breaking it up again. And now Samoa Joe going for the Chimeraplex again. Something's got to give. All one of these guys have to do is deliver a final blow, and this match is over. And this time Kevin Owens saving his title. Samoa Joe teeing off on Owens. Joe with a Samoan drop. And now it's Cesaro and Joe in the ring. Cesaro going for the sharpshooter. To Samoa Joe. Is Joe going to tap out to the sharpshooter? And Samoa Joe taps out, and Cesaro is the final and first ever two-time Twitch TV champion here in Reign of Chaos Wrestling. Oh my God. hell of a triple threat match for all of these guys. Oh my God. I couldn't think of a better way for RCW to close than with that match. I mean, granted, we still got a hell of more of a show to go, but that was a serious benchmark. Congratulations to Cesaro for becoming the final and first ever two-time Twitch TV champion. Surviving two monsters, Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens. Congratulations once again to Cesaro. As we get ready to change gears here, we got Dean Ambrose and Curtis Axel in action coming up next. And here comes the lunatic fringe, Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose always been a main event player here in RCW. Has never gone for gold here in RCW. I mean, the only opportunity he had was being a part of the Fatal 4-Way match for the Twitch TV Championship back in October. After being eliminated out of the Battle Royals for spots to be in the tournament for the inaugural RCW Heavyweight Championship. And here comes Curtis Axel. It was also a late-minute addition to the roster. He does own a victory. The biggest match of his career here, owning a victory over Chris Jericho, and Jericho was the heavyweight champion. His first night here, Curtis Axel beat the champ. Here we go, Ambrose and Curtis Axel, and Ambrose out of the gate with a suplex. Or Falcon Hour going to slam, rather. And now Axel taking it to Dean Ambrose. Now Ambrose just teeing off on Curtis Axel. I don't know where Dean Ambrose thinks he's going. This isn't no disqualification. Well, apparently this is. Unless the ref didn't see it. This is a one fall to a finish. Apparently this is false count anywhere. Unbeknownst to me. It looks like the Ambrose going for that Northern Light suplex, or Axel's going for a DDT right to the steel chair. Another elbow from Dean Ambrose. And what another moment this would be for Curtis Axel if he knocks off Dean Ambrose here in the final show of RCW. There was a sidewalk slam, just I think barely missing the steel chair there on the outside. Curtis Axel with the elbow counter, with a lariat in the back of the head. And Dean Ambrose introducing Curtis Axel to the ring post. And now Ambrose working on Curtis Axel on the outside of the ring. Now Ambrose sending Axel back inside the ring, continuing to tee off on Axel. And perched up on the top turnbuckle, Axel with the counter. Axel with a diving elbow. A face buster there from Ambrose. And Ambrose going for the power bomb. Nothing pretty about it. Into the cover. And Curtis Axel fights out of the power bomb. And Ambrose, that lunatic fringe. Never know what he's going to do. Unorthodox style Ambrose, top rope. Misses with the elbow for Curtis Axel. And Axel with the takedown to Dean Ambrose. Axel snapmare takedown into the face buster. Now Axel I've been looking to put Dean Ambrose away here with that face buster, just like he did to Chris Jericho on his first night into the cover. And Ambrose continues to fight. Ambrose with an uppercut to Curtis Axel, another snapmare takedown by Axel into the body scissors. And now Ambrose busted wide open. And Ambrose starting to kick back in this matchup. And Curtis Axel fighting off Ambrose, pulling him in the middle of the ring into the cover. Ambrose still has lots of fight left. Now Axel moves to the outside. Grabs a baseball bat under the ring. And levels Ambrose And the leg in the back. And a high knee from Dean Ambrose. Now Ambrose maybe looking to put this match away. Delivers some dirty deeds, busting open Axel into the cover. And then Dean Ambrose puts away Curtis Axel. And Dean Ambrose walking away with the win here in our series finale. And Dean Ambrose has the face that only a mother can love. No blood, sweat, and all. As we now switch gears one more time to our women's division. Asuka having to defend her women's championship against the inaugural champion and first two-time women's champion Nikki Bella against a also former champion Bayley. And here comes Bayley, again a former women's champion. She's got the wacky arm flailing inflatable Bayley buddies here in Bakersfield. Bayley, a former women's champion. She won the championship from Nikki Bella at RCW's Winner's Wrath in December. Was able to hold the title to the first episode of StrikeZone of 2017, where Nikki Bella reclaimed the championship. And Bayley fought hard, and I mean hard, for that championship, only to have it taken away by Nikki Bella. Well, here's Bayley's last opportunity, as this is our final show. With three of our top women here in RCW, Nikki, Bayley, and Asuka. And again, Nikki Bella, the inaugural and first ever two-time women's champion here in RCW. She won a battle royal at the Autumn Rumble to win the championship. And again, she reclaimed the title from Bayley on the first episode of 2017 for Reign of Chaos Wrestling. So we could have Nikki Bella walking away with her third championship, Bayley with her second, or Asuka still holding the title. And we close the doors and lock the keys away forever. And of course, Asuka, she's had a hell of a career here in RCW. She was not originally a part of the Battle Royal at the Autumn Rumble, but she continued to climb up the ladder here in RCW. Then she took a hiatus, came back. And then at the final bell, she won a Battle Royal to become the #1 contender. Will then win the championship at overtime from Sasha Banks. And then she had a hellacious no-holds-barred match last night with Sasha Banks for the championship. Asuka is a proving and deserving champion. But will she be able to keep the title from 2 former champions? And of course, the only other woman to hold the championship but is not involved in this contest is Sasha Banks, since she had her rematch last night. This time, Asuka has to face both Nikki and Bayley. And after this, we've still got one more championship match here in our series finale, as Nikki Bella goes right out of the gate with a bulldog to Bayley, and Asuka with a suplex. And Bayley has had tremendous matches here in RCW, some of the greatest I've ever seen, with matches along with the likes of Nikki Bella and Charlotte. You get to where she is here in RCW. And a back body drop there by Nikki to Asuka. Now Bayley putting her 2 cents in with a Luthez press of sorts to Nikki Bella. And now both women teeing off against the 2-time women's champion. And Asuka with the Kimura. As Bayley now rolls to the outside, and Asuka and Nikki. A bit of a dream match, as some would consider. It's happening now right in front of us. The roundhouse kick from Asuka. Oh my God. Monkey flip from Nikki Bella, and of course Asuka with that strong style, much like Shinsuke Nakamura. Side suplex there by Nikki. Facebuster counter by Bayley. Swing over DDT. Now Bayley and Asuka, and of course these 2 women have their own history back in NXT. Asuka won the women's championship from Bayley at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2, I believe. Suplex there by Asuka. Hurricane Rana by Nikki, as Asuka's now the one rolled out of the ring. And again, in triple threat rules, the champion doesn't have to be pinned or submitted to lose the title. And now Bayley feeling the Bayleyplex right into the corner to Nikki Bella. And now Bayley might be looking to put this match away here early. But Asuka, knowing what's accompanying, the Bayley to belly, and Asuka with the save. Then Asuka with a takedown and working the arm of Bayley and a kick to the back. And Nikki and Asuka were not sure what they were doing specifically, looking for an STO, but then Nikki with the spine buster to Asuka. You know, Asuka and Nikki trading blows back and forth. High knee from Nikki. Looking for the forearm smash, but Asuka with a forearm of her own. Now Bayley rolls back inside the ring. All three women are outside and in. And Asuka's looking for that spinning back kick and the running hip attack. And Bayley with the monkey flip this time. To Nikki into the cover. And Nikki still has lots of fight left in this matchup. We've already seen one championship change hands to Twitch TV champion. Cesaro becoming the final and first ever two-time Twitch TV champion. And Bayley might have been looking for the Bayleyplex into the corner. And Asuka just attacking both women nonsensically. Asuka might have been looking for a belly to belly. Nikki again not able to connect with the forearm smash. She came up empty again. And Bayley with a alley-oop powerbomb out of the corner. And Bayley with a right lariat to Asuka. Now Bayley into the cover on Asuka. And Asuka, the champ, still has lots of fight left. Nikki, the veteran, just sitting back, watching and enjoying. As the other two women spinning back kick from Asuka, taking off Bayley's head. And Asuka again missing the spinning back kick and the running hip attack. And Bayley might have been, or Nikki might have been looking for the forearm. Bayley with the roll up. And the knee right into the face of Nikki Bella by Bayley. This is the crowd here in Bakersfield's getting behind Bayley. Bayley into the cover again. Asuka rolling back inside. And then after this, we still have our main event, the RCW Heavyweight Championship. Seth Rollins defending his title one more time against inaugural champion Bray Wyatt. Bayleyplex by Bayley. And the former longest reigning champion, Chris Jericho. Bayley into the cover on Nikki. As Asuka was rolling or crawling to the opposite direction. Right hand from Nikki. And it was in this kind of environment that Nikki Bella lost her second women's championship. And Sasha would walk out the victor. Inside Hell in a Cell with Sasha Banks and Charlotte. Into the cover goes Asuka to retain her title, and Nikki kicks out. Off the backslide now. Asuka's able to hit the spinning back kick into the hip bump, into the cover to retain her title. Bayley coming too. And Nikki able to survive. Bayley intercepting the Asuka lock. And Bayley with a corkscrew uppercut. Leveling the champion, and Nikki back on the attack. Basically on anything that moves. Now Nikki might be looking to put this match away with the Bella Buster, paying homage to her sister Brie. Into the cover. Asuka coming too. And Bayley kicks out of the Bella Buster. And Nikki with a bulldog to the champion. Asuka sweeping the leg. Now Asuka taking advantage into the cover. Bayley kicks out at one. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what Reign of Chaos Wrestling is all about in women's wrestling. Asuka again back into the cover. Asuka wants to keep that women's championship. Nikki going for the neck breaker, and Asuka counters with one of her own. And she goes in the cover on Nikki. And Nikki kicks out of the neck breaker. And now Bayley was looking for the Bayley to belly. From out of nowhere, Asuka counters. Asuka again into the cover. And Nikki able to fight. And Nikki with the STO. So Asuka into the cover. Bayley coming too. And Nikki kicking out of the corner. Into the forearm smash to Bayley. Into the cover. And Asuka barely hanging on. Saving her championship. An elbow into the corner, spinning back kick into the hip bump again from Asuka. Into the cover, can Bayley break it up? And Nikki kicks out. What a hell of a contest. And our series finale. Snap suplex by Bayley into the cover. And now Bayley looking for the Bayleyplex to Asuka in the corner. Into the cover goes Bayley. As Nikki Bella's watching on. And now the referee is out of it. Side suplex by Nikki. Well, Asuka might have been playing possum there. Trying to recuperate. Nikki's got Asuka perched up on the top turnbuckle. Looking for a top rope side suplex. Nikki into the cover on Asuka. And Asuka still kicks out. Well, all three of these women are proving deserving champions. Swing over DDT by Bayley. Nikki with the counter into the left lariat. Frankensteiner by Nikki. As Asuka rolls out of the ring, Nikki in the cover on Bayley, and Nikki becomes the final RCW Women's Champion and a three-time Women's Champion at that. Another great triple threat match in our final episode. Congratulations to Nikki Bella. Not only becoming the final champion, but as a three-time RCW Women's Champion. Do not think of a more deserving champion than Nikki Bella, the first champion, and she's walking out as the last champion. Tremendous props and respect to Nikki Bella. Congratulations, Nikki. As we now move on and rekindle an old rivalry. One of the greats in RCW, AJ Styles and Sheamus. Every time Sheamus has walked out the victor over AJ, let's see if this time AJ can finally beat Sheamus. AJ Styles has had a hell of a career here in RCW. Again, his rivalry with Sheamus in the fall. He was even #1 contender for Chris Jericho's World Heavyweight Championship last minute. Nonetheless, fought Chris Jericho inside Hell in a Cell for the RCW Heavyweight Championship at Hell on Earth in February. He came very, very close multiple times to winning the title. But it would be Jericho, the crafty veteran, getting AJ in the walls of Jericho, making him tap. And AJ also becoming one of few men to stop Luke Harper in his warpath of destroying RCW. In the locker room, nonetheless. And Sheamus has had an up and down career here as well in RCW. He was, again, his best moments were his rivalry with AJ Styles, which we're rekindling one more time here tonight. And Sheamus even owns a victory over former World Heavyweight Champion, or when he was a champion, Finn Balor, after Finn won the World Heavyweight Championship at Final Bell. But tonight, on the series finale, rekindling an old rivalry. Let's see if AJ will win this time over Sheamus, or Sheamus will end this rivalry by getting another win over AJ Styles. And here we go, collar and elbow tie up, side headlock by AJ. Into the STO. Again, two very contrasting different styles. You see it right there. AJ the technical wrestler and Sheamus the brawler. As Sheamus removes the top turnbuckle off the ring post. And AJ into the shin breaker on Sheamus. And AJ just isolating the left arm of Sheamus. So there was an elbow to the heart of Sheamus. And this time Sheamus with an elbow and a second. And a third trifecta of elbows from the Celtic Warrior. Diving double accident from the middle rope, comes up empty. AJ back on the attack, rather. And a missile drop kick there. Off the rebound. Sheamus with the kitchen sink and repeated kicks into the chest to AJ Styles. And AJ with an elbow. Sheamus with a face buster. Takedown by AJ. And AJ with a brain buster to Sheamus. To stop the big man and a jumping knee. Right into the face. Springboard moonsault by AJ. And AJ with a modified surfboard stretch onto Sheamus here. Sheamus able to fight out of it. AJ back on the attack. And the forearm right into the face. TJ Crush, what is up? Thank you for the follow. And a back body drop on the apron, the hardest part of the ring. To Sheamus by Styles. And Sheamus delivering a suplex to AJ, and AJ's legs just barely catching the top of the announce table. And the ref now at a count of 5. Please, guys, don't let this rivalry end like this in a count out. The ref at a count of 7. Ref now on a count of 8. 9. This match is going to end in a count out. Sheamus and AJ were not paying attention. Wanted to get this rivalry over and done with, but it cost them. This match is ending in a draw. But let the record show for the entirety of that rivalry, Sheamus was getting wins over AJ Styles. I guess we will never know who will end that rivalry. As Christian, one of our 2 general managers with his buddy Edge, will come out and address the RCW universe. You know, guys, I am just as sad as you guys are to hear that RCW is closing its doors. But I would like formally for my longtime friend and tag partner, Edge, to come out here so we can both address this. And here comes Edge, the other co-general manager of RCW. I know, Christian. I am just as saddened as you, me, and everyone else and everybody in the locker room that we are indeed closing our doors. But who knows? Maybe this is just the beginning of something else. What, you mean a kazoo party? Because I could really go for a kazoo party right now. No, Christian. I was thinking more along the lines of a 5-second pose. Arena Chaos 5-second pose. I guess we can do that. But again, ladies and gentlemen, for a serious moment, we would like to thank everybody for watching and supporting us. Thank you, everybody, so much for your support. And there you have it from the co-general managers, Edge and Christian. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with our main event. The RCW Heavyweight Championship on the line one more time. And the final time at that. The heavyweight champion Seth Rollins defending his title against the inaugural champion Bray Wyatt and the longest reigning champion Chris Jericho. Here comes Bray Wyatt again. He's the inaugural heavyweight champion. It was honestly a big shock to everybody watching at home and everybody in the locker room that Wyatt ended up winning the entire championship tournament, become the inaugural RCW champion. And Wyatt would then later become, in February, defeating Cesaro to become the new Twitch TV champion. So Bray Wyatt also holds the record for being the first ever, would be the first man to ever hold the World Championship and the Twitch TV Championship. And here comes Chris Jericho, the longest reigning RCW heavyweight champion. He won the championship by beating Bray Wyatt in his second match ever here in RCW. Jericho appeared on StrikeZone, being a surprise signee to the company. Jericho would beat Wyatt inside a steel cage and then become #1 contender for Wyatt's World Heavyweight Championship at RCW Thanks for Nothing in November, and win the title in a rather quick fashion in a tables match by taking out Wyatt and putting him through a table. And Chris Jericho would then hold the title until March, where he lost the title to the former champion Finn Balor. The 5-month reign for Chris Jericho. So it's the inaugural versus the longest reigning versus the current RCW heavyweight champion. And here comes the current, the reigning, defending RCW heavyweight champion, Seth Rollins. Rollins won a #1 contendership battle royal at Final Bell to be #1 contender for whoever was the champion at the time. That would have been rather for either Finn Balor or Chris Jericho. For overtime, Balor would win the title. Rollins would win the championship from Finn Balor at overtime off a frog splash. And then Rollins defended his title against Balor last night at Anything Goes in a tables, ladders, and chairs match, which was completely one-sided. But Rollins now has to defend his title one more and for the last time against two of the former champions. And if history is of any indication from all of our other championship matches earlier on tonight, we're going to see a new world champion. Cesaro becoming the new Twitch TV champion, beating both Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe. And Nikki Bella winning her third women's championship by beating Asuka and Bayley. And we shall see if that is of any indication that we're going to see a new champion in this triple threat match. And either Chris Jericho or Bray Wyatt becoming the final and first ever two-time heavyweight champion, as it's now Chris Jericho who's teeing off against Wyatt and Rollins. Jericho going to the top rope now, and Wyatt with the avalanche slam taking out Jericho. Wyatt might have been looking for a side slam there, but Rollins turned it inside out on Bray Wyatt. And Rollins with a roll through senton. And the crowd here in Bakersfield behind Jericho. And Rollins with a counter with a hard right lariat. Into the corner goes Rollins. And now Rollins sending Wyatt up and over the top rope, and a bulldog from Rollins to Jericho. As now it's Seth Rollins teeing off with an armbar to Jericho. And Wyatt doesn't seem all that concerned. Northern Light suplex there by Chris Jericho. And Wyatt with a swing over DDT to Jericho. Now Jericho rolls to the outside. And Wyatt with a capture suplex to Seth Rollins. And Rollins with the strikes and the running drop kick to Bray Wyatt. Now Rollins going to the top rope. Jericho gets Wyatt up, going for the walls of Jericho, rolling Wyatt over on his belly. Center of the ring, Rollins with the right hand to back of Chris's head. And Rollins again with another running drop kick. And Jericho with a right hand and a code breaker to Seth Rollins. What is Chris gonna do? He put on the walls of Jericho to Wyatt and a code braked Seth Rollins. And Jericho is not able to counter or take advantage, rather. Full Nelson slam there by Wyatt. to Jericho. Now Wyatt teeing off. With a suplex, tossing Rollins halfway across the ring. Now going back to work on Jericho. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is our main event of our series finale of RCW. See who's going to walk out the final champion. And if history is of any indication from all the other championship matches here tonight, running senton by Wyatt, we're going to see a new champion. Cesaro becoming the final and first two-time Twitch TV champion. Turnbuckle bomb incoming to Bray Wyatt. And Nikki Bella winning her third women's championship from Asuka and Bayley. And a kick to the face of Wyatt. Swing over deep neck breaker by Jericho to Rollins. And now Jericho ascending to the top rope once again. Taunting for either one or both men to get up in a... Whoa, Rollins hitting the pedigree to Chris Jericho. And now he goes to work on Wyatt. Let's also not forget that Seth Rollins took on The Rock in January RCW Clash of Ages and beat The Rock, cementing himself as one of the greatest of all time, as Jericho is falling to Wyatt and Jericho barely kicks out. Hell of a show and hell of a 3 triple threat championship matches here tonight. Wyatt, Sister Abigail to Jericho. Now Rollins just coming to, breaking up the pin to save his title. And a Frankensteiner by Jericho to by Rollins to Wyatt, into the cover on Jericho again. And Jericho kicking out. Jericho with a double leg takedown into the cover now on Rollins. And Rollins kicks out. Again, there was only one other former champion, former RCW heavyweight champion, that being Finn Balor, but he had his rematch last night in a tables, ladders, and chairs match with Seth Rollins over the championship. Clothesline bulldog by Jericho right on top of Rollins. Now Jericho rolling Bray Wyatt onto his belly for the walls of Jericho. And Rollins doesn't seem all that concerned, or just buying his time for damage to be dealt to the back of Wyatt. And Jericho was looking for the code breaker there. Rollins schoolboy super kick busting open Jericho. Rollins in the cover to retain his title. And Jericho barely kicking out, and Wyatt did not have the wherewithal to break it up. And now Wyatt going after Rollins to stop the pedigree. Wyatt got Rollins perched up top rope. And Rollins with a crossbody to Wyatt. Now it's Jericho and Rollins. Now Jericho got Rollins perched up on the top rope. This time Jericho successful in keeping Rollins on the top turnbuckle, as he delivers a superplex to Seth Rollins. And delivering an elbow to the chest of Rollins into the cover. Wyatt coming to. And Rollins just kicks out. And body scissors onto Rollins. Rollins rolling out the back door. Now Rollins looking again for a second pedigree to Jericho. You can see the exhaustion on the face of Seth Rollins, not able to capitalize on the pin. The Rollins Falcon Arrow driver into the cover on Wyatt. And Wyatt kicks out and Jericho has no idea. Now Jericho wearing a crimson mask. Northern Light suplex by Jericho into the bridge. And Rollins kicks out. Jericho, middle rope, shaking up the crowd here in Bakersfield. For one last hurrah, double axe handle the back of the head of Rollins. Jericho into the cover, Wyatt coming to on the outside. And Rollins kicks out. And Jericho with a elbow to the top of the head of Rollins. Into the cover goes Jericho. Wyatt breaks it up. And that spin out gutbuster to Jericho. As Jericho now makes his way to the outside of the ring. Now the only two guys in the ring now are Rollins and Wyatt. Rollins in the cover to retain his title. Now Rollins deliver that. Whoa, we're looking for the pedigree to Bray Wyatt. Wyatt with the right lariat. Into the cover goes Wyatt. And Rollins kicks out. Jericho slides back into the ring, running enziguri to Bray Wyatt. Jericho into the cover on Rollins. Rollins still staying alive in this matchup. What a hell of a show, hell of a main event. All three championship matches have been great. In our main event, in our series finale, DDT by Jericho busting open Rollins. Jericho codebreaker to Wyatt. Jericho into the cover for his second world title. And Wyatt kicks out of the codebreaker. Now Jericho got Wyatt perched up on the top turnbuckle. A very unfamiliar situation for Wyatt. What's he going to do? Shoulder tackle from the top turnbuckle. So now it's Wyatt and Rollins in the middle of the ring. And a face buster there by Rollins into the cover into Wyatt. Wyatt kicks out. Now all three men are covered in blood. Exactly the full intentions to let chaos reign one more time. And they're letting it all in the middle of the ring. Boston Crab by Rollins. I don't know what was going on. There is no rope break in a triple threat match. Maybe Jericho broke it up. And Wyatt again with a spin out gutbuster to Jericho. Into the cover after a force slammer to the head. Jericho kicking out. And Jericho sent careening to the outside and getting introduced to the announce table the hard way. The crowd getting behind the inaugural champion, Bray Wyatt. Anything that all three of these guys need to do is deliver one more final blow, and it's all over, just like the Twitch TV triple threat match earlier on tonight. Need that one last bullet in the casing to do the deal. Jericho with the code breaker. Jericho in the cover. That could have been it right there if Wyatt was unable to get back inside the ring. Another capture suplex by Wyatt into the cover. Jericho barely getting out of it. As now it's Rollins and Wyatt in the ring. Jericho or Wyatt, the Rollins shooting the weight of shooting the half of the dead weight of Wyatt. Wyatt kicks out. Now slam there from Total Raw slam there by Wyatt to Seth Rollins. And now Wyatt might be looking for Sister Abigail. Jericho in the middle of the ring now. Wyatt with a Sister Abigail to Seth Rollins. Enziguri by Jericho. Jericho might be taking advantage off the Sister Abigail to Rollins. Jericho into the cover to win his second world title. And Rollins kicks out. I don't know anything more that either three of these guys can do to each other besides having to be walked out or leaving the building on a gurney on an ambulance into the cover. That's the only way I see this match ending, is one of these guys ending up on the gurney in an ambulance on the way to the hospital. Brainbuster by Jericho. Jericho might have been going for another code breaker. Rollins intercepted. And Rollins with that package pile driver into the cover. Jericho rolling to the outside. And Rollins teeing off on Wyatt, and now Wyatt going for another ride to the turnbuckle bomb. And now Rollins making sure Wyatt's going to stay down to retain the title, and Wyatt kicks out. Rollins springboard moonsault on the back of Bray Wyatt, shooting the dead weight. Jericho making the save. And now Jericho rolling Rollins over on his belly for the walls of Jericho. Is Wyatt going to stop? Is Wyatt going to come to break up the submission? And Rollins taps out. Chris Jericho becomes the final and two-time RCW heavyweight champion. Just like Cesaro by submission, nonetheless. Congratulations to Chris Jericho on becoming the final and first two-time world champion. Hell of a match. hell of a run. Hell of a show and organization to bring you the best content possible. As Chris Jericho, bathing in blood, becomes the final and two-time world champion. Once again, everybody, thank you everybody so much for watching. And there will be a playlist at the end of this video. You can go back and watch all the other episodes and any episode and pay-per-view you want of RCW. Once again, thank you everybody so much for watching. And for the final time, thank you for joining us in the Strike Zone. Have a good night.